Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to BattleTech Heavy Metal, where it seems like our choice of direction was made for us a little bit here. It is still the case that the flashpoint over on Pilpala is the only one on the map that has like a level of difficulty that is commensurate with the amount of force that we are able to project, but while we were traveling to this new black market world, another flashpoint spawned in this direction. And I really feel like we ought to just go and clean those up. They often have very cool rewards, and some of these are definitely stories I've not seen before. So we're going to travel right now to Mendham for this A House Divided thing, and then we'll just sweep through all the flashpoints over here. There is a black market on a 3-skull world here, and a black market on a 3.5-skull world, so provided we make some decent money from the flashpoints and the other stuff on those worlds, we can probably make some more big purchases, and maybe by the time the pirates get around to charging us for black market access again, we won't even need it anymore. So, yeah, like I'm saying, A House Divided. Before we get in the air, hold on a second, I probably could have done this off camera, but let's have a look at the how we're doing in the mech bay here. We should probably throw some repairs up here. I don't think I want to actually change anything about this mech. Just go ahead and run those. What is the travel time on that trip? I didn't actually look. It's pretty long, right? 19 days? So as things stand right now, in 19 days, we're going to be able... Oh, I should make sure we move the catapult repairs to the front of the queue. In 19 days, we clean up everything that's in the queue, right? Yeah. Now, granted, a lot of that stuff's pretty low value. Let's have a look at our other new mechs here. We could push one of these into the queue in front of this other stuff, in front of all this other garbage we don't need. So if we were going to try to run the Annihilator, what would we actually do with it? This is a thing that I've been trying to do off camera a lot, but it's probably good to do a couple of builds on camera just so you guys get a sense of what a huge percentage of the game time is for me. So this thing, the stock armor, it runs about 1,000 armor stock, so it's actually not that heavily armored. That's 25% more armor than on our Warhammer. So, you know, it's not nothing, but it's certainly not like walking tank status. Not like I would have expected. We definitely don't want to run any AC-20s on this thing because it only has 2/3 of the movement speed of a crab, which means it will never ever be in AC-20 range. Honestly, the stock build is pretty sensible. It's not very exciting, but it's totally sensible. So if we go... Let's say we use the plus damage AC-5. Yeah, 32 tons of weight remaining. What's the number of rounds in the ammo bins here? AC-10s are 8 shots per, so if we wanted to run 4 AC-10s, I would probably want like 5 ammo bins. In general, a rule of thumb I like to use is I'd like to have 10 volleys worth of ammunition. We don't usually have to fire 10 volleys, but that puts us in a pretty good place. Generally speaking, we don't run out of ammunition with 10 volleys. So, if we ran it like this, let's say that's 24 rounds, this is 32, and then the AC-5 bins contain 15 rounds each. That leaves us with 15 tons of space. We're alpha striking at 44 heat. So basically, we have one more ballistic hardpoint, and I'm wondering about putting another AC-10 on it. AC-10s are 12 tons each. So we could do that plus another ammo bin. And that would leave us with 3 tons. We probably don't want to run this thing with no jump jets. Does it have jump jets in its standard configuration? It totally doesn't. It runs a bunch of medium lasers, which I think is kind of weird, because how are you ever going to be in medium laser range? And then heat sinks, obviously. But like, if we wanted to say, just do this, throw another ammo bin in the left torso, And then we could run 2 heat sinks. We probably should run 2 heat sinks. It feels really bad not to use the, not to have any jump jets on it. Because it's a direct fire mech, and because it's so slow moving, you could get into a situation where, like, you're on the wrong side of a slope or something, and you just can't fire. It wants to be close, so we want some hit defense. We don't even have any jump jets of the appropriate size. They're probably fairly expensive. Jump jet assault, 63k each. That's not so bad.
New equipment available.
They are 2 tons. So, I mean, honestly, I would like to get both the jump jets in here. So what if we didn't run an AC-10, but we ran a second AC-5? We don't have another buffed one, but this would make me probably want to run... Yeah, we could cut an AC-10 ammo bin, replace it with an AC-5 ammo bin. Put all the AC-10 ammo on the same side. I guess I should swap these then. What I'm thinking here is just that I would like to have all of the AC-5 stuff on the same side, so if we lose that side, it doesn't disable our ability to fire the rest of the guns. We might even want to put the AC-5++ in the arm. Weapons that are mounted in the arm get a small aim bonus, because it's easier to calibrate. You can even actually, in the... Yeah, we can do it like this. In the Mech Warrior games, weapons that are arm-mounted have a separate crosshair that is more mobile than the crosshair for your body weapons to simulate that, which I think is a really cool touch. And then, let's say we go double jump jets, 1 on each side. We could just put these in the leg, I suppose, but I'm kind of thinking we're going to move some armor upward. It does pay to have armored legs, more heavily armored legs on a mech that you might use to jump on someone, and the weight of this mech is going to make it a pretty effective stomper, but the speed of it means we'll almost never be in range to step on anyone, so... And then, yeah, like, let's pull... We're going to be struggling to keep AC-10 range on people, is my guess. Just, like, pull 20 armor off of each leg and move it up to the torso parts, because there's ammo bins and stuff. I might even go a little further. I have strong feelings, and hopefully y'all feel this is reasonable and borne out by our own strategies in combat. I have strong feelings about putting a lot of armor in front of your ammo bins. So that gives us 13 full volleys worth of AC-10 ammo, and 15 full volleys of AC-5 ammo. 20% ballistic plus 20% ballistic damage has us... I wonder if the firepower here is compensating for that? Because we have... What, 55 and 45 is 100 plus 280. Okay, no. So this is pre-ballistic system damage. In fact, we have 336 damage on our Alpha Strike. That's not right. 338. No, 330. Yeah, I was right. 336. I was like, wait a second. Isn't it going to end with an 8? Math is hard. Listen, I can drive giant robots. I can't add. Somewhere around Calculus 3, you lose the ability to add and subtract. There's only so much memory that the brain can allocate to math stuff. You'll do some ridiculous multivariable calculus problem, and then in the final step of it, write some shit like 3 plus 2 is 7, and end up getting the question wrong on the test. It's just how it is. So we're plus 16 on our Alpha Strike. We will not be getting a lot of heat from our jump, because there isn't that much jet in this thing. To be perfectly honest with you, this is, I think, a pretty good mech. It's functional at a lot of ranges. It doesn't have a lot of heat problems. Yeah, I'd like it if it was a little bit more armored, which is the thing we could fix. But I don't think I want to lower the damage output for it. So I think we're just gonna call it there. And all of the AC-10s and this AC-5 will deal more than 61 damage. This AC-5, sadly, will deal 54. So, that one, not that one, but the other 4 weapons are all capable of single-shot headshots. That's a pretty good mech. Put that together for us. Oh, I didn't repaint. We should have messed with the paint job. Oh, we'll have to remember to do it once we arrive in our new planet. So let's put that nice and high up on the priority. I should have come up with a name for it. Nah, whatever. It's not a high priority. So 19 days. What's the 19 days of repairs going to get us to right now? It's going to leave the Firestarter, the Assassin, the Trebuchet, and the Wolverine uncompleted. I think those are fine. Yeah, that's all fine. Okay, let's get out there. Let's move out there. I guess while we're paging through menus and stuff, let's have a look at our pilots. Yeah. That right there, that's exactly what I was looking for.
Waiting on you, Commander.
You are going to get the same thing.
Training confirmed, Commander.
And we will take on more pilots soon. I have not forgotten. We will totally do that, but I do not think it's a good idea to do it right now. A little close on cash at the moment.
Training complete.
Good to go.
Sourdough, you don't have enough points for anything.
I hear ya.
Actually, hold on. We probably want to pick up some basic gunnery on him. Yeah, we'll do that, because called shot bonus is pretty significant.
Warrior training complete.
Steamfitter, why would you have that haircut if you have a forehead tattoo? What are you... Okay. You know what? I'm not here to critique his life choices. That's not my job.
Good to go.
You... On Trampoline, we should probably save up for Tactics 9, since we're so
What are
close.
your orders, Skipper?
And, unsurprisingly, the Uncrackable has not earned enough XP recently to have any new decisions to be made. Alright. Let's go ahead and get on it. I'm pretty happy with the state of our company right now. We're gonna get bored. We're gonna get bored with the state of our company, because we are way overdeveloped for how far in the campaign we are.
Just about gone, Commander.
I know, Darius. I'm so tired of you telling me this. The Capellans would like to ally with me? That means I've screwed up somewhere. Pirates are mad at me. Am I really at, like, alliance rep with the Capellans? Thought I clicked reputation. Yo, I totally am. How did I make it to 100? Well, they'd be terrible allies. They're enemies with everybody. I kind of want to do it, though. Like, just because, I've never had an opportunity to see their faction-specific flashpoint before. So wait, doing this, what would this do? This would crash our Free Worlds League rep to 0, which is a big loss. Pirate rep would be unchanged, because it just caps your rep. Davion, yeah, Federated Suns would be unchanged. We would lose 16 points of Lyran and 2 points of Canopian. To be perfectly honest, we may well do this, because we have an awful lot of time to fix our rep, but I've never had the opportunity to see what you get out of allying with the Capellans before. Let's go ahead and do the flashpoints and stuff, and we'll worry about that afterward. But that's interesting. It's an interesting opportunity that I think we are going to take.
Got a new financial report for you, Commander.
Yeah, let's go ahead and do normal pay again. I don't think it should be a problem for us to have 700k by the end of the month. We should have no issue with that. Something would have to go really, really wrong on Mendham. And we're about to finish our last mech bay upgrade, and then we're about to not set in another Argo upgrade for some time, because boy oh boy do we need to rebuild our cache. This Annihilator is going to be very silly to use in combat. I mean, AC-10s have a range that's like... have a normal effective range that's like 50% greater than the max range on a medium laser, so we should be able to put all the weapons to use most of the time, I would think. We might even get an extra repair done here, since we're getting another mech tech increase. Might get one more mech repaired before we hit Mendham.
That work order is complete, boss. Top-notch work, if I may say so.
Oh, what's going on now? If we don't bypass the faulty interlock, we're looking at a 17% drop across the board. Grizzly is animated, practically shouting, and you try to remember how you got drawn into this argument. Apparently, with her technical background, Grizzly thinks she has identified a serious flaw in the Argo's secondary power interlock. For her part, Dr. Murad insists the interlock is working correctly. And we're lucky it's only 17%. That isn't the interlock. These systems have just missed centuries worth of annual maintenance. Your plan would potentially expose the entire central core to an overload. Hey, that sounds really bad. Only if it doesn't work, Grizzly fires back. Grizzly's a technician? Yep, Inner Sphere, Capellan, Technician, Criminal, Spacer. Well, Dr. Murad knows a thing or two. Leave the power system alone. I have to side with Dr. Murad on this, Grizzly, you say. Don't take risks with the power system, especially not while we're out here in space. In victory, Dr. Murad is gracious. Look, we'll leave the interlock in place, but you can help me trace this power route. There's a snarl further up the line where I think we can make some efficiency gains. Grizzly nods, and the two of them continue their conversation as they head down the corridor. Okay, it's good that Grizzly is chill about that. Because that could have been a source of an annoying penalty. I don't really know our crew all that well. This time I feel like I don't have a good sense of what people's tags are. I do not know Grizzly's history, did not realize she was a criminal. I mean, whatever. I'm a zombie. Not really my place to discriminate, I don't think. Man, think about it. Unless some really screwed up stuff happens on this world, we're actually going to have our repair log clear by the time we hit the next planet, probably. Alright, let's see. A house divided. Only 3 skulls, probably going to be pretty straightforward. We're working for House Nakano, which is a minor Draconis Combine house, I guess? It's been highly regarded because of its sense of honor. Against the pirates, our pirate rep is just going in the toilet. Alright, let's see what they need. Welcome to Mendham, Commander Corpsington. I'm Lady Suiko of House Nakano. We're a minor house, but we're highly regarded for our sense of honor. At least, in the Combine. Hey, she can also read the tooltips. But now our good name is threatened by outsiders who are sowing division. Please, Lady Suiko, tell us more about your troubles. Or about who the trouble is, more specifically. You know, if you just want to skip to where the trouble is, we can do the thing we usually do. The issue lies between me and my eldest daughter, Mariko. Mariko, probably. She has fallen in with the wrong crowd, opportunists and reprobates hoping to leverage our reputation for their gain. They've convinced her that wealth will improve our family's standing. Yet, so far, she has succeeded only in squandering our modest fortune on lavish dinner parties and extravagant jewelry for her friends. Now, one of these miscreants wants to roost at our family estate on Yori in exchange for a vast sum. Mariko refuses to acknowledge that a known criminal will be using my ancestral home as a base for her nefarious operations. This cannot be allowed. I'd rather see House Nakano fall than be dishonored by this creature. Fortunately for you, even in my relative poverty, I can still afford mercenaries. Wait, you're not going to ask us to murder your kid, right? Because we get that a lot, like way too much. If I wanted her dead, I'd do it myself. Well, I guess I appreciate that. No, I love my daughter, but she's so caught up in her pursuit of wealth that she's forgotten the words passed down from her great-grandmother. Honor is the embodiment of an ideal. Wealth is the means to bypass ideals. Huh. That's an interesting family motto. I blame myself for failing to reinforce this lesson. I should have enlisted her in the DCMS, but it's too late now. This animal has sunk her claws into my daughter, and thus into my house. DCMS is just their, mustard soldiery. Okay. Alright, I understand. Who exactly are we dealing with here? Karina Luthendorf. She's more than just a socialite. She's a war profiteer who amassed a fortune selling military-grade weapons to insurgents, who then murdered innocent Caritans during the Third Succession War. I mean, I hate to burst your bubble, Lady Suiko, but my impression is that's pretty much who socialites are. War profiteers. I think that's most of them. Now, those same insurgents serve as her personal army, and you'd like me to blow them all up? Mariko will arrive shortly to throw one of her extravagant soirees and hand over the keys of our ancestral home to Luthendorf. An estate that has been passed from mother to daughter for generations. You must prevent this. Who is Mariko to rob our descendants of their birthright? I'll send over coordinates. You intercept Luthendorf's convoy and eliminate her. Leave nothing but a smoldering ruin in her honor. Oh, hold on, that's a big jump. Why do we have to kill Luthendorf? This is a terrible question. Farah, what are you doing? I told you, I won't kill my daughter, but she won't listen to me. Hey, your rationale's as sound as any we get in this business. We'll take the contract. When the client says, hey, go blow somebody up, we go blow somebody up. We don't ask a lot of questions. There's a lot of answers we don't want to hear out there. You know, the way Lady Suiko talks, you'd think honor was worth more than gold. But I know when to keep my mouth shut. A pointed barb at Dr. Murad. No, you don't. Look, I could listen to this clever banter all day, but we got work to do. I wish Darius would clamp down on the clever banter a little bit more frequently. So this is a 3-skull flashpoint. Should be very, very easy for us. And then I think the rest of the missions on this world are, yeah, going to be a little bit harder. We do not have access to the vast majority of them. Oh geez, only 2.5 even. Alright. Daughter will arrive shortly at a private compound. Luthendorf is on the way to greet her, intercept, and detonate. She has bodyguards, and of course, it will not turn out to be this simple. I think we might just take full pay here. Yeah, I think that makes sense. We probably don't need priority salvage from a 2.5 skull, and even if we did, like, there's just a lot of money on the line. Let's bring in the Annihilator, because I want to use the Annihilator, and actually, weirdly enough, it is probably the most heat-efficient of our mechs. The catapult's not bad, actually. Maybe we leave something else at home, and we bring both the Annihilator and the catapult, because we're doing a Badlands mission and everything. Who wants to stay at home? Let's leave maybe the Warhammer. Like, I like the Warhammer a lot, but it sure does run hot. God, it's a good mech, though. We definitely want to pull Trampoline in on this, because he's real close to getting his, called Shot Mastery. And then probably we can bring Grizzly on this as well, I think. Who needs Sure Footing and Ace Pilot? We probably don't need... We definitely want to keep Sourdough. We definitely want to keep Trampoline. Cruise in the Crab has been very effective. We could probably have Tirefire sit, I guess. Actually, I probably want to run Steamfitter too, don't I? Yeah, we want to level up all of the weaker pilots here. This should be a pretty easy mission. Honestly, with nobody having heat management, maybe we should leave the Crab behind. Yeah, I'm going to do that. The Crab just... it's too hot. It runs too hot. And then... are we all in the right mechs? We definitely want the Hoplite piloted by Sourdough, because she's the only one who has called Shot Mastery. Sure Footing and... yeah, maybe we swap these two. We use Sure Footing and Bulwark on the Warhammer, because it's going to be up in people's faces a lot. Yeah, okay. I think that makes sense. We can probably afford to take the... like, that's a pretty massive overall hit to our accuracy relative to the way our crew is normally set up, but it's a 2.5 skull mission. I bet we'll be alright. We're probably only going to get to Alpha Strike with the Warhammer like 1 or 2 times in total. But it is important to remember that even though the Warhammer tends to run really hot, it is also packed with heat sinks, so on turns where we take it easy, it does eject an awful lot of heat. So I don't believe there are any flashpoints that are a single mission, because that's not really, like, the whole point of a flashpoint is that it's multiple connected missions. So something's going to go wrong here. We're going to try to blow up Luthendorf, but she's going to get away, or it's going to turn out she wasn't in the convoy. Or after we successfully blow her up, we're going to get a call from the daughter, and she's going to be like, well, now you need to blow up my mom's friends. Luthendorf will be forced to make her way through this pass. Roger that. We will do the thing. Let none of you forget, this woman is an honorless war profiteer. I am also that. Okay, never mind.
Look at this place. I'm gonna be cleaning the dust from my actuators for weeks.
And as a crew, we are not super fast.
Moving to position.
You do lose some mobility with the lower skilled pilots, because not everybody has the bonus sprint speed in this crew. Sorry, am I moving toward... Okay, that's the escape point. This is where we're supposed to intercept. Alright, I was just making sure I was moving toward the correct thing on the map.
I've got eyes on the target.
Wait, do we? Where are we getting readings? I actually don't... Okay, whatever. It's fine. I don't need to know where the target is.
Advancing, I guess.
Also, I do love to see a bonus objective in times of, times when our sea bills are a little bit light.
I hear ya.
So we did not, in fact, get a reading. Darius is just trying to freak me out. There we go. That's what contact looks like. Wow, we found all of them. So, okay, no real information. Catapult probably should stay back. Everybody else, directly toward the enemies at maximum speed. I guess the hoplite doesn't really need to get...
Affirmative.
Doesn't need to get right up on them. I'm kind of excited to see the Annihilator jump, because I think it's going to look really silly. Although, I guess with the fast animations on, we're not going to be able to tell so much. No, you know what? We're going to reserve. Let's let them make their moves down the road here. So, 2 35s, a 45, and a 50. It's not exactly terrifying. It's like 2 of their vehicles move on 1. They could have some tough vehicles. In my opinion, the game undervalues vehicles, difficulty relative.
What now?
So, it might be the case that we're going to see some actually terrifying vehicles, even though the mission difficulty is listed as being pretty low. I'm not sure if I want to jump up. Obviously, I'm concerned about the amount of fire we're going to sustain from the enemies if I do this. But also, we'll get to blow up one of those vehicles right now, and like we're basically guaranteed that kill, right?
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just going to commit. It's a big mech. We don't have to be so scared. So that's just a Manticore. That's a Vargur that moves on 1. Well, that's definitely not a thing I'm afraid of. Is this guy the most dangerous thing out here? Ooh, 2 fire starters. Those are the most dangerous things out here. Oh, and there's a hunchback. Alright, well, we probably got to take this hunchback out. Or at least we got to hit the right side of this hunchback. We crack that AC-20 off. Yeah, I think that's probably the move. I can't believe you're not in small laser range. I guess I wouldn't be able to fire them anyway. Uh-oh. That's not very good. And now we're gonna get baked in here a little bit. I mean, who knows? Maybe we'll be able to just kill both the fire starters. That's not impossible. So Steam Fitter is not gonna be able to get us vision of anything. You could run up and get that APC. That's probably not the right move.
What can I do for you?
Hold on, let's have other people do stuff. Why am I only getting a 60% there? Is that a range issue? Yeah, okay. I was outranging by too much. Still 27 armor. Man, we might be better off just going center at this point.
Ordered.
Does the Marauder, I assume is not going to be able to get direct vision of any of these enemies. No, none of the things we care about. So I guess it is up to the catapult. Well, let's have the catapult take the shot then. It sure would be great if this hunchback did not shoot me with an AC-20. Wow, not a good outcome.
They're shooting at me.
How might I help?
Yeah, we're going to take some serious hits here. You can fire on one of the fire starters, but not really. Get a little closer. Doesn't help. Yeah, we're having some real shooting angle type issues. Well,
Firing jump jet.
I may as well take this shot because the APC is the only thing the Annihilator can shoot at. So there's no sense in shooting at it. I could just sensor lock you instead. You're not going to miss... you know what? Maybe I could cause it to miss with stuff. Maybe we sensor lock the Hunchback to prevent it from getting... Well, we'll be able to go before the Hunchback a little bit. You know what? Yeah, I'm just going to sensor lock this thing.
I've got a
Because we do have 2 people who will act on 3, so we still have a chance to deal with the Hunchback. Alright, and then we're going to take it a little bit easy on this thing. We don't need to fire everything. Ooh, maybe I do need to fire everything, actually. It has kind of a lot of armor.
Primary target is taking damage. Primary target is damaged, Commander. Keep it up.
That's a pretty satisfying volley.
Show 'em what
Thing knows how to fire. Yeah, I'm real worried that the Warhammer is just going to get cooked alive. Okay, one of the fire starters did not go for the easy flamethrower. Let's hope the other one also doesn't want to. Okay, well, we're not going to hit shutdown heat, I don't think.
Okay.
Yeah,
Watch the heat.
I hear you.
could be worse, could be worse.
Waiting for orders.
Does the hoplite have the ability to get a shot on... No, we cannot hit the Hunchback. Nope.
Waiting on you, Commander.
Well, then I guess it comes down to you.
No sweat.
And then you will also just fire... Well, I was gonna say, we'll also just fire at, fire the medium laser at somebody to strip some evasion, but maybe I probably want a precision strike here. And the torso section is a little bit lower on armor. Come on, do enough. Well, okay, we crit the AC-20 twice and broke it.
And like it.
That's a good enough outcome.
Oh, that hit meat.
Alright, Steamfitter, you massive baby.
Commander.
No, that did not hit meat. What a big damn baby. Do I want to run up and just try to blow up a fire starter? Like, I probably don't want to do anything right now.
Waiting for the right move.
I want the Warhammer to take its turn. That's what we really need to happen here. Do I just turn and throw a punch? I have to turn off some of the small lasers to avoid overheating. In fact, I probably have to turn them all off. But right, like I need to relax. I need to chill out a little bit.
Going hand to hand. I guess.
Ah, that's a shame. I was really hoping for a kill. Oh, we did hit center. We did our best. He just has 120 center health in total. That's a shame.
Damage looks light, Commander.
Receiving you.
Okay, who is a great danger to us? Well, it's probably pretty easy for us to finish off the fire starter. Hey, okay, I can jump up here. So we could just blast through this fire starter's side armor and put him away. I think that's probably the smart move, and then that puts the hoplite on the high ground as well, which has a lot of benefit.
Firing full complement on enemy.
Didn't actually make it through.
Target's taking a critical hit.
Oh, 5. It has 25 health on this side. Just a little bit. If one of those weapons had hit high right instead of low right, we would have had it there.
Yes, Commander.
Well, part of me wants to just kill the fire starter. Right, like I could move up to here and just hit it with... Like, just give it the AC-5s with center aim. We take... Oh, we did. We took a single missile to the head.
Move order received.
I was wondering where that damage on Steam Fitter came from. So yeah, if we just do this, this will let me bleed off an awful lot of heat and pretty good odds of a kill. And that keeps it from standing up and engaging the flamethrowers again. Alright, we'll get that man to core eventually.
Damn, let's do this.
So I believe this fire starter does not have the ability to overheat anybody, even with full flamethrower damage. Yeah. It's close, though.
Minimal. What can I do for you?
And then probably it's the highest priority from here. Do I have a back arc shot? Can I get one? Looks like we're pretty close. Yeah, there we go.
No need to tell me twice.
I have to imagine the rear armor on this thing's pretty thin. It's an awfully small mech.
This should be good.
Just hard missed with the large laser.
There's more
That
where
sucks.
that came from.
That was lethal damage, too. Alright. Center torso armor on that Annihilator is starting to get a
Reporting
little
heavy
thin.
damage.
Yeah, 15? I mean, thankfully, we're too smart to put ammo in there or anything. It's not like a huge problem. We do have a PPC on this Vindicator to worry about. Then we have another PPC down there. I could probably just shear the arm off of that thing. Have to take it a little bit easy. But I'm confident the Annihilator can finish this thing off, so we won't have to worry about that. Like, I think this is worth doing. And I'm just going to take its arm.
I copy.
Okay.
Critical hit, Commander.
They have very few high damage weapons remaining. We do still have to actually destroy the vehicle convoy. Like, the mechs are going to stand and fight us, but those vehicles are going to keep driving.
Reporting major armor.
I'm here.
Alright, so... Can't fire everything. But I can fire both the snub PPCs, which is probably going to be lethal damage.
Looking promising.
Nope, managed to divide that like perfectly evenly over all of its armor. Yep. Really great work there. And then I don't want to back up. It's probably not a good idea to jump, right? Yeah, I overheat if I jump. Which means I probably want to run this way. As much as I do not love the taking the rough terrain modifier. The catapult's in good position to clean up the vehicles. I'm not too stressed about all that noise. Boy, they are really focused. I mean, I guess that makes sense. The Annihilator's like 100 feet tall. So I'm actually in range to just throw a punch. I kind of think that might be the move. If I throw this punch at the rear armor, I'm going to also be exposing my rear armor. Although at this point my rear armor is maybe... The rear armor around the center torso, at least, is pretty significant. If I throw the punch from this side, if we were to hit the arm, that's 54 damage to here, plus 61 damage to here. We wouldn't actually kill it if we hit the arm. If we hit center torso... Actually, no, we can't kill it at all from the right. We have to throw the punch from the back. Well, I guess let's do it.
Moving out.
This will kill if it hits right torso or center torso. We missed. I feel like we're getting way more misses than we ought to be getting here. Expected value. We're missing our expected value really badly. Also, I took front torso... What?
Internal damage.
How did I take front center torso damage?
I hear ya.
It shot me in the back. Like, really obviously shot me in the back. That's weird. Okay. We would have to land 5 missiles in the center torso. So I'm trying to figure out, if I want to split fire, do I need to shoot both of the LRM pods at this thing? And I think the answer is yes. What are the, No, not you. Hold on. What are the locational odds here? Why am I getting... Oh, it thinks I'm in the right arc. I'm definitely not. But if it thinks I'm in the right arc, then I need to... Like, look at that. We're clearly shooting the back. Yeah, if I'm in the right arc, I definitely need to do an aim shot with full weaponry. And of course, all of that stuff hit the arm.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Critical hit.
I really needed it to skip the arm and go straight to the torso. Well, we removed half of his flamethrowers.
Standing by.
Gosh, I wish you had multi-target. So now we just do this.
Locking on target.
Okay, finally.
One less target.
My mechs could not have worked any harder to keep that guy alive. Like, we are at the point where I'm wondering if my pilots are working for the enemy. They did such a bad job.
Hey,
Probably a good idea to go for the punch here. And we can afford to turn on the small lasers on this one. That gives me a rear armor punch, which is unlikely to result in a kill. We might actually be better off hitting just from the front right. Yeah, I think we are.
copy.
Alright, through that right torso. Okay, that was significant. Obviously, the catapult's on vehicle duty from here on.
Reporting.
Ooh, okay, we can make the jump. So I think we probably should. I should probably show my left side as much as possible. And just shoot the Manticore in the back, right? Because it's got a bunch of back damage already. And it is by a large margin the most dangerous thing they have left. So they have 42... Okay. So I don't need to fire everything. Let's fire 3 of the guns. We need a single hit to any of these 3 sections. This should protect us against a tremendous amount of bad luck. The odds of us not getting a kill here are so astronomically low.
Rear armor it is.
Okay. I think all 3 of those were lethal. I just, like, we had to be sure. Our pilots have been trying to lose the mission so hard, I felt like we really had to go pretty deep on that.
Waiting on you, Commander.
Alright. Catapult. Yep, we're just keeping pace with the vehicles and hammering them down. Actually, we probably do want to use the large laser, because it's going to put 50 damage in one place, which is a thing we can't necessarily guarantee with our other weapons. Or we could just, you know what, we'll just precision strike, it's fine.
Tell me what to shoot.
Wonder if that vehicle bug does in fact still exist, because that sure was all of my missiles going to the front armor when I had aimed at the side armor.
I'm not gonna have a mech left if I keep taking hits like this.
Waiting for orders.
Yeah, but if I hadn't moved all the armor off of the legs, they never would have hit the legs. Okay, we do not need to have the hoplite shoot at the vehicle. But should we? Yeah, probably, because that thing's just 2 medium lasers.
Got it.
Yeah, we don't have to have the hoplite do this, but I think this is the smart play. I'm assuming, yeah, medium lasers don't have range.
Firing on rear arc.
Wow, that was a hell of a shot over there. Okay, should have pretty easy cleanup with the catapult here.
I'm here.
We could walk behind you and shoot you with lots of... No, hold on. Sorry, don't punch. Walk up behind and shoot with lots of weapons. That's what we want.
Okay, let's go.
I don't know exactly what we're going to get to use here. Okay, we get to use a lot of stuff. We're only a little bit over.
Hunting through the back.
That's enough out of you.
Awaiting orders.
And then the Annihilator has what should be a pretty easy kill on this guy.
I understand.
What better damn well be a pretty easy kill on this guy? Yeah, 4 of my 5 weapons are instantly lethal if they hit center.
I understand.
It actually managed to shoot every... It shot to all of his corners. I think it hit every part except center. It's just that there was so little side torso left that was still lethal. But yeah, I'm annoyed by that, for sure. Okay, so we aim front to push the missiles to the side armor? Oh, just divided them evenly.
Go.
Okay, but
On
this
my
should be
way.
the end of it.
Target lock on enemy's rear. Miss.
Yeah, we're shooting way below expected values.
No.
Like way, way, way below. He's actually going to get away. I'm starting to become concerned.
If you say so.
Alright, we had to jump to maintain range. Can I fire 1 PPC? You know what? I'm just going to go ahead and eat the heat damage. This thing's already heat damaged enough that we probably don't want to run it without repairs.
If you say so.
Get your legs
Okay,
to LZ,
Jesus.
Commander. I'm coming in hot.
That was a real nightmare of a mission. Alright, we're being hailed. Hey, look at that. Lady Suiko's daughter called.
Successful.
What a surprise. Who could possibly have predicted this turn of events? She's going to be like, no, you don't get it. My mother's not giving you the whole story. Here's what's actually happening. I'm in love with whoever, and then we're going to make, quote-unquote, a difficult decision. Alright. We've made enough money that the future of the company is secured, at least the foreseeable future. And we're probably going to have time to just stop and repair, if we want to stop and repair, which I might, or honestly, we might just run other mechs. Because we totally could. We have enough stuff repaired that we actually have the option of just running other mechs. Bad news, Commander. Lady Mariko says Luthendorff survived the attack, and now the heiress wants to hire us for a job. Hello, Commander Corshington. I'm sorry to meet you like this, but my mom's put me in an impossible situation. When she realizes Luthendorff has survived, her Coretan ideals will dictate that she settle our dispute directly, the only way she knows how, in a battle mech. She's gathered her old war buddies to kill Luthendorff herself, but that can't happen. My family needs Luthendorff's money if House Nakano is going to survive. Look, I know you didn't sign up for our family drama, you're just looking for a payday. So let's talk business. Break your contract with my mom and work for me. Oh, shock, what surprise. I've stashed away some funds for an emergency, I'll double whatever she offered, just stop her from killing Luthendorff. Just please, please try not to hurt my mother, she's nearly 70, and her battle mech is centuries old. I'm trying to save our house, not kill Mom. I love her with all my heart. I just don't know how to reason with her anymore. Well, giant robots are definitely a way to reason with people. With all due respect, your mother's safety isn't really something we can guarantee. If she fires on our people, they're gonna defend themselves. I know. If only she wasn't so damn stubborn. I guess it runs in the family. Yeah, alright, maybe we can pitch in. Apparently I'm not going to be given a choice here. Ah, Commander, I'm surprised it took this long to hear from you again. I thought you'd be hounding me for your money after our mission, although your job's not done. Luthendorf still lives. This is one thing that kind of bums me out about this game. Like, a bunch of the flashpoints do this, where it's just like, you're told to go somewhere and do something, and then you go there and do it, and it's like, oops, that wasn't what you needed to do. It's not interesting the first time, it's certainly not interesting, like, the fourth time. They should come up with a story reason for there to be more than one mission, other than, oops, that mission you did wasn't part of the thing at all. Actually, Lady Suiko, the commander has had this wild idea that maybe you and your daughter needed a chance to talk to each other. Yeah, you have a lot to discuss. I shouldn't have a line here. Samiri already said the thing. Mom, I don't want to fight you, but you keep interfering with my plans. I'm doing everything I can to keep House Nakano afloat. That takes a lot more money than we've ever had. My methods may seem alien to you, but I'm not a mech warrior. I can't just blow up our problems. I'm making allies in key positions, winning them over with gifts and parties. It's expensive, I know, but the Combine isn't like it was when you were growing up. You have to find your own path as my heir, Mari, but I am still your mother and the head of this family. Luthendorf cannot be allowed to desecrate the home that our ancestors built with honor and steel. It's all we have left. Her stay on our estate would leave an indelible mark of shame on House Nakano. Your ally made her filthy money peddling arms to insurgents who slaughtered Kharitan civilians. She doesn't belong anywhere near our household. Luthendorf isn't desecrating our home, she's saving it. It's not like I'm selling our estate, Mom. Her stay would be only temporary. Afterward, we could use our newfound fortune to buy back the surrounding lands we've lost. But you can't see the sense in that. You'd rather watch our house die than live by any standard other than your own. This is not even a real problem. Like, it's a bummer that the way this worked out is that Lady Suiko is completely insane, rather than, like, them each having an actual point. Alright, we're just gonna go ahead and skip through that then. Alright, that could have gone better. I appreciate your attempt at uniting my daughter and me, etc. We'll consider your offer. Okay, so, do we honor our contract, or do we break our contract? Like, do we do the thing that's obviously wrong, or do the thing that's obviously right? This is a very video gamey moral decision. Honor doesn't pay the bills. It's absolutely true. And at the end of the day, double the money is worth twice as... double. The thing about double is it's equal to double. Like, again, there's a choice here that's, like, morally obviously wrong, and a choice that's morally obviously right, and they put the greater amount of money on the side that's morally right, which is a real weird decision. Alright, Lady Suiko is inbound, she's not alone, old war buddies, etc. Stop her from killing Luthendorf, and also maybe try not to kill Lady Suiko if you can. Right? Like, it's a 2.5 skull. Yeah, we take the $1 million. Also, this gives me a chance to repair my pirate rep a little bit. So, how bad is the damage to the Annihilator? We can certainly just leave the Annihilator at home. Or, we could play it further back. I'm inclined to still bring it. Maybe we leave the hard light, though. This is like... It's a tough environment for this thing to work in. Steamfitter's injured, so we're going to be bringing a better pilot. It's probably... Yeah, it's probably Cruz in the Crab, then. And then, maybe Grizzly in the Annihilator? Does Grizzly in the Annihilator make sense? That's probably not the right pilot for that job. Maybe Grizzly in... Well, I'm just thinking that, I'm thinking that the multi-shot might be nice in the Annihilator. The multi-shot's nice in the Catapult, too. Yeah, this is probably fine. And we can play the Annihilator far enough back that the damage to it doesn't really matter. Because, again, AC-10s and AC-5s are reasonably long-range weapons. The AC-5s especially can be fired at a very significant range. I like it. I'm glad that we spent all the money on it, because I think it's a... Not only is it obviously a powerful mech, I mean, anything that has a 100 in the tonnage slot is going to be powerful, but it fits nicely in the company. It provides us an answer to a problem that we were having. And it's not a problem we were having all the time, but sometimes you just need a mech that can be used without alpha striking for like 120 heat. We still need a better missile boat. Like, the catapult's fine, but I would like to upgrade that. But once we have that upgraded, I feel like we're in a really good place, actually. We still need to figure out what we want to do with the Grasshopper. Unfortunately, the Grasshopper is going to end up in kind of a...
Command interface.
Like, the Grasshopper and the Warhammer do the exact same thing. They're for the same purpose, so it's a little awkward to work the Grasshopper into the company. Alright, you've proven your word means nothing. Listen, I betray my employers all the time. We don't want to hurt you or your old war buddies. As long as Luthendorf threatens to taint our home, which she's not doing, and House Nakano's legacy, etc. Okay, poverty's a small price to pay for
Why can't we
loyalty,
find
or for honor.
a nice, cool lake?
So, 4 must survive, 8 remain. It's the buildings. Defeat Lady Suiko's first lance. It doesn't actually say anything about not killing her, so I assume that what is actually going to happen here is it's going to turn out that no matter what we do, we didn't kill her.
Right, Commander.
Story characters survive the destruction of their mech all the time.
Advancing.
It's not a big deal. I thought they might actually be doing a thing where, like, we had to try to destroy her mech by taking out the legs or something, but maybe not. It looks like we do not have to actually be careful.
Hey.
That said, I may still try to do it just for, like, it will be pleasing to me if we can do it that way. We can make the game world make a little bit more sense.
Got it.
Coordinates received.
Alright, slow mechs on the road. We're just destroying buildings left and right.
Commander.
Okay, they don't have vision of the buildings yet.
Moving to position.
So what have we here? A Griffin 1S, and this is maybe not Lady Suiko? No, it looks like the pilot's name is Kaiju. You know what? I'm just going to go for it. The odds that we hit this are pretty low, given the shot percentages. But let's try to get lucky.
Taking the shot.
Okay, both misses. Not super unlikely. I think it was a reasonable attempt. Do I want the Annihilator to shoot?
What now?
I don't know. That's actually kind of a tough one.
If you say so.
Because we might just want it to sprint, right? And set up for a better shot next turn. Well, doesn't feel like it makes a lot of sense to shoot at a Grasshopper with Bulwark.
Okay.
Managed to peel almost 200 armor off that thing.
What can I do for you?
Okay, well that kind of made the decision for us, because now the Annihilator can't get a shot on the enemy no matter where we move in walk mode. Let's just go ahead and sprint. And if we move the crab to right here, we can take like a really bad shot, I suppose. Really bad large laser shot. I'd much rather do this.
Double time.
Heads up, Commander. You've got hostile contacts inbound.
Hey, what a surprise. Alright, that thing is definitely not a huge danger to us.
Lifting off.
Alright, now we have a much better chance of taking this thing's head. Do we actually... Well, I didn't jump into a position to shoot at the Grasshopper. I might have wanted to do this to the Grasshopper instead.
Firing a full salvo.
I think I didn't get a single headshot there. Yeah. That's annoying.
You, Commander.
Okay, we do need to do some damage to the Grasshopper. because it needs to be focused on us rather than the buildings. So I could just jump back and... yeah, may as well, right? Once we've dealt a little bit of damage to it, to a mech, to an enemy, it usually focuses on us rather than on whatever we're defending. We won't worry about the little one just yet. Okay, perfect. Couldn't have gone better.
I hear ya.
So do we have the Annihilator? I'm not going to be able to get a clean shot on this thing no matter what I do. That said, I do an awful lot of damage. I was going to play further back. It's just a little awkward to get a shot. Yeah, this isn't too bad.
Take this.
Alright, that's a decent amount of damage there. I assume that Lady Suiko is not in the first lance, right? Naginata and Wolf.
Waiting for orders.
Alright, so we can probably just try to core this thing. It's a reasonable move to make. You still have both your weapons? Oh, you still have all of your weapons, yeah, but I'm not too worried about them.
Moving out.
So we're just gonna point blank the Grasshopper with all of the toys.
This should be good.
Okay, and generate 5 full bars of stability damage. You knock that thing over with a feather at this point.
We can do this. Let's go.
Alright, I don't think the Javelin... Wait, did it just not do anything? That's weird. What I was about to say is I don't think the Javelin has the damage output necessary to threaten any of the buildings yet, so we can continue ignoring it. I was not expecting it to do literally nothing with its turn. That's pretty weird. Alright, so we have a pretty easy core on this thing now. I should move over a little bit so I can get a clean shot.
On the move.
But yeah, we should definitely do this. We should core this thing out.
Confirmed.
We took 0 priority salvage, so
That's a kill.
I guess technically it's still right to try to preserve enemy salvage bits, because if we're just going to get random pulls from the pool, we want the pool to be as full of good stuff as possible. But let's be honest. We're on 0 priority salvage with 3 other salvage. We're not taking home anything meaningful from this mission. I think I just go and throw a punch at the back, let my weapons cool down and recover from the recoil a little.
No sweat.
Yeah, the odds of us not getting a kill on that were very low.
Did you see that? Did you see it?
I don't think I realized that the Javelins were wearing goofy little hats before. The head of that mech is shaped like a goofy little hat. I think I want to turn you around. The Javelin is under control. Let's turn around and see if we can't establish some control over the stuff that's coming in from behind. Man, I'm going to overheat. Yeah, just core.
Good to go.
Okay. If we're gonna throw a punch on this thing, I guess we want it to come in from this side? And I think I do. I don't think I want to fire the weapons. Alright, I'm hoping that removes their vision of the building, so we shouldn't see any more volleying. Nope, apparently they still have vision. This thing must be just barely close enough.
Bye.
Well, I think we should be able to deal with that.
Aye, aye.
That's a Hatchet Man with an AC 10. Okay. Oof, I hate our hit chance on that Locust. I guess we'll ignore it. And we just go for the head, right? We just try to roll the dice and get lucky here, because it sure would be a cool way to kill that thing, and it is not Lady Suiko.
Locked on.
Okay. Sometimes the dice fall your way.
Down.
Look at it. It's like a tiny baby version of us.
What can I do for you?
I bet its mother's name is Martha, too.
Max speed, no shooting.
And yet, we are still absolutely going to kill it. Yeah, running down into the water actually seems like an okay idea. Let's run down into the water and just fire the large laser.
There. Okay.
Alright, 54%, sorry, 54% chance of 70% to immediately get the kill here.
Die.
Okay, I'll take a hit. Hit's good.
But that hurts.
Waiting on you, Commander.
Do I want to fire the large lasers? I probably just want to move the crab further.
Got it.
Come on, mech warriors. It's go time.
Because this thing's just going to shoot at us, right? And then I'm going to shoot it back.
Receiving you.
Can I get a shot? Ooh, if I move out to here, I can see the enemy. Man, that improved view distance is pretty significant. So what do we have here? This is Lady Suiko. Okay. Do I have... Ooh, I do have both of the cannons. We're gonna go for her legs.
Engaging target.
Waiting on you, Commander.
Fortunately, going for the legs is not just a goofy thing I'm doing for story reasons. It also is actually a pretty reasonable way to take down a grasshopper. Grasshoppers are pretty tough.
I'm here.
Can we get you? Yes, there we go. That's what I wanted. Wanted to get into that weak side firing arc.
Here we go.
And we are again just going to fire the the large laser.
You say so.
Okay, we have a significant advantage on her. We can see her, but she definitely can't see us right now. So she's gonna have to run forward to try to close into shooting range, which is gonna mean I get to do basically whatever I want here. I think I'm not even gonna bother firing. I'm just gonna get my evasion and my water cooling on, and then we'll figure it all out from there. Would also love to get into the water with this one.
Up high.
Sacrificing a little bit of defense. I don't know what is up with trampoline over here. We just keep working that same leg, right? Yeah, we're not gonna knock it out, but we can get close.
Aye, aye. Solid connection on that one.
I hear ya.
It's actually gonna be kind of a challenge to take her mech down without killing her, I think.
I read you, Commander. Moving out.
Alright. I'm gonna try precision striking the other leg. This pilot is way less good at precision strikes, so we'll see what happens here.
Strike.
Okay, I did hit the leg with one of the weapons.
Hey. Okay, let's go.
Move over here and give us all of the missiles. Okay, we got some good leg damage there. That's some really bad shooting. Like, just phenomenally bad shooting.
What can I do for you?
Okay, if we get into the side arc, we can knock an arm off really easily, and there's a chance we'll get the leg. If we're trying not to kill her. We probably want to turn off the UAC. That's probably a little bit too much. Okay, some of that went leg.
And there's more where that came from.
Come on, mech warriors.
Ready for orders.
Alright, all we have to do is get the other leg down, and then once she's on the ground, we can target the very damaged right leg. So I think we're going to turn on all of the lasers here. We're just going to go super hard for this leg.
Copy that.
We should be able to get it.
Scored a critical hit.
Now, the big downside here is
What
that
can I do for you?
the only one of us left who has called shot mastery is Cruz, and Cruz doesn't get to fire until after the grasshopper stands up. So we're just going to have to try to get lucky with everybody else. I'm going to deactivate some of the more damaging weaponry here. Okay, neither of those shots went to the place I aimed.
Huh? I'm here.
I'm imagining that we're probably going to see that happen again with this mech. Can I get a direct shot? Because it would be good to be able to put the large laser into this, right? You know what? Actually, we don't need to.
Affirmative.
There's a non-zero chance I'm going to just kill her. Hey, you know what? She has a lot of center torso health. It's probably fine. Come on. There we go. Oh, okay.
Enemy mech?
We did not destroy the center torso. Technically, it's fine. It's definitely filling with water rapidly. But we'll just, you know, get out there and dig her out quickly. We also might have dealt enough damage, like actual pilot damage to her to kill her, because we did destroy both the torso sections after knocking her over. I mean, what are the odds that she only has 3 health? She's been a mech warrior, come on. She definitely has enough guts for the other point. And hey, that's a pretty decent amount of cash. We're like in a good place again. Wow, we pulled 2 pieces of salvage. Look at that. If we hadn't had 3 pieces of grasshopper salvage in there, then probably that would not have happened. So good work me for destroying the legs of that thing instead of just coring it. We probably should have done the same to the first one. But, you know, hindsight's 20/20. That's not a good never mind. Alright, well I imagine that's probably the end of the flashpoint. Alright, I've got both of the Nakanos on the horn, Commander, because they both survived. Time for round 2. I brought popcorn this time. You did not. There's no way we have popcorn. Commander, I can't thank you and your crew enough. Luthendorf lives along with our arrangement. Our finances are set. And you kept my mom safe. She's maybe a little bruised, but I bet she's more than a little bruised. Yeah, we both benefited from the deal. Congratulations, Mariko. You have fully taken on the burden of leading House Nakano. Its dishonor is now yours to live with. You have done what you believe you had to do, and now I will do the same. That seems bad. She means that this will be the last we ever see of her. Well, I mean, that's probably a good thing, right? Is there anything else we can do for you? You have done what I asked of you, Commander, and you performed admirably. Now I will live with the consequences. And that will be all. Yeah, okay. Definitely seems like a not our problem kind of problem. Well, I don't know about you all, but I'm feeling the consequences. I'm feeling them a lot. Now they're Lady Mariko's consequences, not ours. Meyer's right. We're mercenaries, not family therapists. Regardless of its honor, House Nakano is still standing. And that was the job, wasn't it? So I'll call that a win. Well, that was one of the jobs, Darius. We extremely did not do the other job. Wow, that's a good payout, though. And also, we received part of a Zeus. Okay, an additional piece of a grasshopper, plus stability large LRM-15. Okay, so like, everything we got here was of pretty low combined value, but I'm real happy about the amount of C-bills we made on that job, like, in total. Yeah, look at that. We are all the way back in the black. We should probably have a look at the store here. So, only 1 piece of that. We probably want to go ahead and buy this. Then it looks like not really a lot else of value here. Plus 1 hit defense gyro, that's worth having. Also very cheap. 2 minus self-damage. You know, honestly, I haven't been equipping these. We have a couple. I didn't realize they were 0 tonnage. I think they used to cost a ton or 2, which made them completely insane to ever equip. Maybe I'm misremembering though. But yeah, like at 0 tonnage, there's no reason not to have those things in the legs of mechs that might jump on people. It looks like we probably don't actually want to buy any of the rest of this stuff. We definitely already have... Well, we don't have a 3X. I think we have the other Hatchet Man design? Maybe, I don't know. I'll go look. I'll see what we have. But we're probably going to buy a fair number of these mech parts. But for right now, I think we're probably good for the moment. Let's have one more look at the contract boards. There are 2 jobs to do here, and they might actually be difficult enough to be interesting. They certainly pay well enough to be interesting. So that is where we will start tomorrow. However, we are all out of time for today. Thank you all so much for watching. Come back next time for us working really hard for the Capellans, which is a weird situation to be in. We'll see you then.